What's good, everyone, and welcome to Summon the Pack. If you're new to the channel, my name's Jake and I'm glad to have you here. Today we're going over a new Oathbreaker Deck Tech that I'm pretty excited for. Now, spoilers for Throne of Eldraine just started. Garruk, Cursed Huntsman, was spoiled, and I thought, oh man, we're finally getting Garruk back. Let's do an Oathbreaker Deck Tech. Basically doing Garruk Tribal. I couldn't help myself. I threw this together real quick. This is not a budget build, but I think it'll be a ton of fun. We have some win cons that I borrowed from my Ren and 6 build, and we're playing a bunch of Garruk. So, like, how could we not have fun with this? So, Garruk, Cursed Huntsman, costs a black, a green, and 4 colorless. Comes in with 5 loyalty counters. Its 0 ability is create 2 2/2 black and green wolf creature tokens with, when this creature dies, put a loyalty counter on each Garruk you control. We're running a bunch of Garruks here, so if these things die, we just get to pump up our other Garruks. Seems pretty great. His -3, destroy target creature, draw a card. This is fantastic. It's basically a 3-for-1. We play our Garruk, we kill a big creature, and we draw a card. Amazing. And then his -6, you get an emblem with creatures you control, get +3/+3, and have trample. I don't think it'll be hard for us to tick up to 6, but if we don't, also not that big a deal. Our signature spell that I decided to go with is Genesis Wave, costs 3 green and X. I figured we are running quite a bit of ramp. We have a bunch of Garruks in our deck. It would be fantastic if we like Genesis Waved for 5 or 6 and just got to play a bunch of Garruks onto the field all at once. So Genesis Wave is reveal the top X cards of your library. You may put any number of permanent cards with converted mana cost X or less from among them onto the battlefield. Then put all cards revealed this way that weren't put onto the battlefield into your graveyard. So again, the magical Christmas land kind of dream is we play Genesis Wave, we get a bunch of Garruks and some of our other permanents, get them all on the battlefield, and just go to town. So I won't go through all these, but Garruk the Relentless, basically what we're trying to do with this deck is outvalue our opponents. The win cons that we have are creating a bunch of either wolf or beast tokens, outvaluing our opponents with land drops, potentially finishing them off with Triumph of the Hordes. Until end of turn, creatures you control get +1/+1 and gain trample and infect. And then I couldn't help myself but include the Thespian Stage, Dark Depths, Crop Rotation, and Scapeshift package. Mirage Mirror is also great because, at least in my group, a couple of other people are playing this Thespian Stage, Dark Depths shenanigans. If they're beating me to a Merit Lodge token, and I have Mirage Mirror on the battlefield, just being able to copy their Merit Lodge token is pretty sweet. And then Crucible of Worlds lets us bring lands from our graveyard back into play. This is great when we're escape shifting and crop rotation. Also, Elvish Reclaimer is fantastic for tutoring up some of these lands that we really care about. Howl of the Wolfpack is a fun little card. It costs 7. This isn't the most efficient card, but it's a fun little card. Costs 7. We get more wolves, which is very on flavor, and it pairs nice with Triumph of the Hordes. We're also hopefully going to have a lot of force in play just because of how our deck is operating through cards like Cultivate and Scapeshift and Skyshroud Claim. So I don't think I think the potential of getting a ton of value out of Howl of the Night pack is definitely there. Field of the Dead is also, I've found to be a great card with Scapeshift. Just getting a huge number of 2/2 zombies turns out to be quite relevant. They help muck up the board and protect our planeswalkers, our Garruks in this case. And with Triumph of the Hordes, if we start building a massive army of 2/2 zombies, wolves, and beasts, that can be a pretty big threat. Yawgmoth Thran Physician I've also found, at least in EDH, to be a super, super powerful card. Just being able to draw cards, discarding cards and proliferating to tick up our Garruks, I think could be quite relevant. Creekwood Liege. This again just kind of helps with our go wide plan. Other black creatures we control get +1/+1. Other green creatures we control get +1/+1. And then at the beginning of our upkeep, we're creating a black and green worm token. So because of Creekwood Liege, at least while he's in play, each creature, each worm that he's creating is actually a 3/3. And Garruk's wolves are both black and green. So if we're zeroing Garruk with Creekwood Liege on the field, we're actually making 2 4/4s. And then Craterhoof Behemoth, another great finisher. When he enters the battlefield, creatures we control gain trample and get +X/+X until end of turn, where X is the number of creatures we control. It could easily be that we have 8, 9, 10 plus creatures on the field. He will close out a game real quick. And then some of our utility cards. Assassin's Trophy. Constant Miss is fantastic. It'll really help stop our opponents from alpha swinging on us. Because all we're doing is sacrificing a land, we have Crucible World so we can get it right back. And we're going to have, hopefully, just a ton of lands in play through our ramp and escape shifts and other means that losing a land to buy this back won't be that big of a deal. And then Doubling Season and Parallel Lives, again, because we're on this token and Planeswalker loyalty plan, those will really just help us kind of push it up to the next level. Sylvan Library is great for card draw and card selection. And then we have just a suite of cards like Eternal Witness. Nissa helps us ramp. Also, when we flip Nissa, we get a little bit of card draw off the top of our deck. We can create 4/4s, and we can also untap lands and make them 6/6s, which is pretty fantastic. Sylvan Safekeeper, again, we're sacrificing lands, giving some of our main creatures that we really care about protection. Gitrog Monster, I couldn't help myself. We're playing black-green, and Gitrog is such a beast. He's actually a frog, but you get what I mean. But he's such a powerful card. Had to include him. World Shaper is actually I found to be quite powerful. We can play him on turn 3. Even if he's coming down on turn 4, I've found that my opponents aren't very likely to attack into him because they don't want to give us the value of getting our lands back from our graveyard into play. And if we're attacking, a lot of times we're getting in that 3 chip damage because, again, they're not wanting to block and kill him so that we get that extra value. And then Scheming Symmetry, couldn't help myself. There are obviously better tutors, Vampiric. We are running Demonic and Diabolic Intent, but Scheming Symmetry I think is just such a fun, amazingly designed card. I had to include it. It's also great for politicking as well. And that is basically the deck in a nutshell. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I cannot wait until Throne of Eldraine is fully spoiled, and I can hopefully update this with some more Throne of Eldraine cards. The theme of the set seems amazing. I can't wait for it to come out. If you guys like this deck tech, chances are you'll like my other ones, so make sure you check those out. Your support is a huge, huge help, so if you subscribe, like, leave a comment, they're all greatly appreciated. And until the next one, my friends, I will see you later. Take care of yourselves, have a fantastic day, and bye-bye!